Hi, so I have been having some plantar fascia pain for, going on 8 weeks or so, and I just heard about this active release therapy and had my first session yesterday, and I think it's going to help a lot. And I thought I would share with you guys some of the exercises that I was given as homework in case you might find any of them helpful for you on your barefoot journey. Um, Remember, if you have any pain, go see your doctor. I'm not a doctor. This isn't medical advice, but these things are pretty consistent with what we see for other barefoot foot exercises, and I thought I would show them to you. So the first one is that we sit on our feet with our feet under our bum, and we want it so that our heels are right underneath of us. We don't want our heels to be coming out. We want our heels to be up. So you sit back on your heels, and we're supposed to do this for about 30 seconds. And I was actually going to do them. You're my impetus to do them this morning. And then we will come up on our toes and sit back on those again for about 30 seconds. And the same thing, that we don't want to have our ankles tipping out. We want our heels to be right under our buttocks. And we would do this about 4 times, which I'm not going to do. But again, sitting on your heels with the tops of your feet down for 30 seconds. And then on your toes for about 30 seconds. And I wasn't sure how that was going to go. I have an ACL repair, but it seems to be going fine. The other thing was the short foot technique, and I had been doing it kind of wrong. And so what I was told is to pull instead of trying to just shorten your whole foot and have your toes get shorter, to pull the ball of your foot towards your heel and keep your toes down. It's a much shorter kind of movement, more subtle. Of course, you do that on both feet. And then once you've done that, you're in that shortened toe position. Rise up your big toe and keep the ball of your foot down. Rise up your other toes. And throughout all of this, you try and keep that contracted short foot and do the toe lifts, which is a little different than I had been doing. And it helped me to see it from somebody. The last couple that he told me to do is to, we're used to this where we stick our fingers in between all of our toes. My second and third ones are webbed, so they won't go in between. But we're sitting up. I have to come up a little here. And we want to hold our ankle so that the ankle isn't moving. We're trying to get our forefoot to move and not the ankle. So we're trying to keep the ankle stable as we roll around our forefoot in one direction and then in the other. And again, that's all keeping that ankle nice and stable. And then if you could do a little lateral side-to-side motion. Again, keeping your ankle stable. And then the last one, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this on the camera, is that we, again, sit with our legs crossed, and we're looking to find that spot right on the side of our tibia, and you'll find a spot that's tender. You kind of dig in there and press in there, and then do some ankle rotations in one direction. He said 10 in one direction, 10 in the other. And of course, do it on both sides. I don't know if that'll help any of you guys, but if it does, great. I know this morning when I woke up, the foot that was excruciatingly painful for the last 8 weeks was not as bad. The other foot hurt a little bit, but as the day wore on and I've been walking, it's not too much fun, but I have great hopes that this will go good places, and perhaps you'll get something that will help you too.